What's shaking, everybody? We got some Boom Beach for you today. I am a speederboat or spiderbite or spooter beat or whatever you want to call me. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm fine. This is my go-to army. This is the army that I started with Boom Beach, and now I've gone back to it. I know I've done some all-heavy armies. I've done some all-warrior armies, but man, the heavies, 2 boats of heavies, and I only have 5 boats. I think I get another one at headquarters level 11, but I have 5 boats, 2 boats of heavies, and they're always the first 2 boats. See how my boats are configured? So the heavies will always come out first. I don't have to select the boats. I can just, I can just click on the shoreline, and the boats will automatically select in the order that I want them to, because I want the heavies out first. Then a boat of riflemen. I have 13 of them. And then I have 2 boats of Zookas. And it's the Zookas that are going to do the damage, right? They're bringing up the rear. They're going to do the damage. So I'm going to send in a barrage on this guy. One of the main things that I usually look out for are the mines, because, I can shock bomb the defenses and they won't shoot at us. But the mines, they walk over, they can do a lot of damage, all right? And I want those heavies. The heavies are the meat shield. As well as the riflemen. I mean, the riflemen will do some damage, but they're also there to be that sort of meat shield. Now, the strategy that I employ is, I want the heavies to try and take, obviously, the fire from the mortar, as you see. The mortar, we want the mortars to hit them up front. The heavies are going to be slightly in front of the riflemen, and then the Zookas obviously are going to be taking up the rear, and they have the longest range, right? So that's how you want to attack those defenses. You don't want to get the Zookas up front. Zookas versus mortars are it's a very bad idea. Very, very, very bad. And rocket launchers you really have to worry about. And you don't have to worry, I don't have to worry about them in multiplayer right now, because we're not going up against bases, and I can't remember what level you actually get rocket launchers at for headquarters, but I'm still going up against bases where they don't have rocket launchers, so I'm fine. However, there are Blackguard bases that have rocket launchers. I don't think I'm going to have one here today, but you got to be careful, because your heavies and your riflemen can get within range of, destroying the rocket launcher or another defense, and they're in that dead zone for the rocket launcher, and then the rocket launcher starts targeting your Zookas. Very, very bad, because your Zookas will die very, very quickly. You don't want them getting taken out by a rocket launcher. Or a mortar. Mortar will do a lot of damage. Mortar's not so bad on the heavies. A little bit, obviously, more effective on the riflemen, because they have less health. But, yeah, definitely against the Zookas, you don't want to have that happen. So just a little update on the base. We're just taking a look here. We got 6 minutes to wait. We're going to skip ahead, obviously. Just looking at my upgrades, I still have some sniper towers I got to upgrade. I'm currently upgrading the bombardment. I only have the rifleman Zookas and the med kits left to upgrade here, so that's not too bad. Tried to go with the most impact, as well as what I had enough gold for at the time for the order of my upgrades in the armory. And then I'm working on my sniper towers right now, and once I'm done the sniper towers, I think, I can't remember if I did the cannons. Cannons, machine guns, basically getting everything upgraded. So we're working on it. Okay, so let's skip ahead to the next attack. We're actually going to attack a Blackguard base, and this one is kind of interesting. A level 20 mortar, and you'll see how effective a higher level mortar is. I mean, lower level mortars not too bad. Higher level mortars, yeah, very, very effective. And the nice thing, when I say, well, what about the riflemen? What about just having another boat of heavies? The thing that I like about having that middle boat with the riflemen is they can also act as a meat shield, right? So if I'm going up against this cannon is probably going to 1 or 2 shot my my heavies, all right? Especially a higher level cannon versus Blackguard bases. The heavies can get 1 or 2 shot. So the cannons will, the boom cannons and the cannons will then have not only the heavies to target, so there's 6 heavies to target, right? And it may take a bit of time to take them down. I skipped ahead just to take down the HQ. But when the cannons are done with the heavies, then at least you still have those riflemen. You have 13 riflemen. So I have a total of 19 troops that these cannons and boom cannons typically have to go through before they can get to my Zookas, which are the troops that I want to protect to do the highest damage versus their defenses and their other buildings, right? So yeah, that's exactly why I use the rifleman, and plus they do some damage, especially with 13 of them. I mean, on a damage comparison perspective with the heavies, it's not that much more that they're doing. But the fact is that on a single boat, I have just over 4 times as many riflemen as I do heavies. Yeah, I mean, when you combine the damage that they're doing, it's actually very, very good. Okay. So we're going to bring these guys in. We got another multiplayer base here. We're going against Massey. And, I like this type of army because it's much more strategic as well. We're not just sort of single-minded with an army entirely of heavies. We're single-minded, just trying to protect the heavies, send them in. And especially the warriors, right, when we're just rushing the headquarters. I like it. Typically you're using more of your gunboat abilities and gunboat energy, and trying to keep it a little more strategic. And you'll see, I think in one of the attacks where I actually bring my troops back, because oftentimes, I'll let my troops go a little bit and they'll sort of spread out. They'll split into 2 or 3 groups, but then you kind of got to regroup them so that you get the heavies back into the back of your army, as opposed to being so spread out that the other defenses that you want sort of focusing in on the heavies, and the riflemen, they're focused in on your Zookas. So there's another attack. I think we have two more multiplayer attacks here. So let's check out the next one. Just going to reinforce. We only lost what? We only lost 1 guy there. 1 rifleman. Not too bad. All right, what are we going to do? I don't know who this guy is. It's Chinese letters. I have no idea. I have no idea. One thing I also try and do is, if you see boom mines particularly, like I mentioned, trying to use the barrage. A lot of these guys, all these mines are in very, very close proximity, okay? And, they're surrounding a cannon. So, yeah, I'm going to use the bombardment to take them out. And then if there are any single mines left, then I try and take them out with some of my artillery, right? So we're going to bring in the troops. And I'll use the shock bomb. I mean, the shock bomb helping definitely to protect us against those initial defensive structures, especially when you can hit 4 at the same time. And the sniper towers, they got the longest range, right? All right, here we go. Well, and at least from a perspective of a one-shot, I know the mortars have quite a range as well. All right, so we're getting in there. We're going to focus them in on this cannon, and then we're going to go let them shoot it up a little bit. We probably could focus right now, flare up the headquarters, and there we go. We do end up flaring up the headquarters, and we send in an artillery to help. May as well use all their energy, because if you don't use it, what's the point, right? It's not like you get a bonus for not using all your energy from your gunboat, right? So, and I think, I'm not sure if I do it this time. I know this was recorded like a few days ago, but I'm not sure if I actually have the statue. I got a statue that gave me a percentage bonus on my gunboat energy. And, yeah, it's that one in the top left. I think that's the one anyway, unless it was replaced. I'm just checking my base right now. No, it was replaced. So, right now, I have a Guardian statue that's giving me a plus 16% on my gunboat. And with my gunboat upgraded, I actually end up with 38 energy. So we look at how much energy we have right now when we attack here. This is before. I'm not sure if I have the gunboat upgraded here or not, but I definitely don't have the plus 16%, right? So let's take a look. We're just looking how we're going to attack this. Now, this is one attack where, see that boom mine that's just south of his headquarters? I don't actually take that boom mine out, and you can watch during the attack how close it gets to I get to actually setting it off. So I'm at 32 energy. That statue gives me a plus 6 on my energy that I do, and I'll show it in the next video. But that's very, very important. That's an additional, it's not quite an additional bombardment, but I can get an additional artillery or whatever. I mean, it's a pretty significant bonus. Those dark crystal statues are pretty good sometimes. Okay, so we got our bombardments out. We got one of their defenses taken out. That sniper tower is almost done. And there it goes. We've weakened several other defensive structures in this base. And again, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that boom mine. You definitely don't want to leave boom mines like that because they can do a lot of damage, obviously way more than the regular mines, and they can take out a lot of your troops. I'm not sure if they, depending on what level the boom mine is, I'm not sure if they could take out a full health heavy, but watch how close they get. Look at that. Wow, the heavy is almost on top of it. And, you know, and that's good consideration for placement of your boom mines, because if I look at my boom mine in my base, and we'll go back here in a second, once we're done this attack, I think my boom mine is really too close to my headquarters, because it's not, you know, the only thing that boom mine is probably going to take out in my base are warriors. That's it. I should probably move it up a little bit, and I will, hopefully for the next video. I'll move it up one square. Actually, no, I have it. Wow, okay, so I must have moved it since I recorded this. So I do have it in a fairly decent position. So that boom mine will go off on heavies if it's still there, if the attacking player hasn't gotten rid of it. I don't know why I moved it closer to my headquarters, but I did move it away again. So anyways, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed some Boom Beach, and we'll have more for you very, very soon, all right? I'm Spider, and I'm out.